This is Freedom Dark, my daughter Alabama, by Mr. Yao Siam. There were broken bottles strewn across the pavements of my life. So I stepped carefully. I stepped to exclude and acknowledge with smiles and nods. I stepped carefully. If you were to pour all my past and my futures into a bottle and shook it and pour it out, there'd be nothing but air. My past is hidden, my future unknown. So I stepped carefully. Don't get me wrong, it's not as if I never knew Happy. Happy sat on my lap and stared into my eyes. I held Happy close and shared and cared and stared into beauty. Beauty that mesmerized me more with each tick of the clock. Tom. You see, when you're from where I was, when you find one like this, when you find one such as this, you know that your sun has never shone brighter. And you know that there is a God in the sky, the God of David and Tom Sawyer, the God of the underdog. So I promised a garden. We built together, dug it and planted. You rose. You rose like the gentlest sunrise, breaking from the most perfect, tranquil beach. Happy was, happy as I am, happy. But the world moves in imperfect circles. So when I turned the corner and saw what I saw, I knew the perfect family photo was one best without me. The what I run from to be the who I am does not discriminate against wife or child. You are all equal opportunity targets. Witness protection does not protect one from love. I witnessed the very first conspiracies, you see. I was trusted to be on the side of the wicked. I rebelled. The wicked do not forgive betrayal. So I am lost at sea again. The last witness. Happy will be sad, but Happy will find love. I hope she does. So that what is ours will learn the value of father. I will that he that finds a good thing knows her worth. Of your mother, that he is her greatest friend and lover. I stood atop a precipice to do myself what the wicked could not. But her angel cannot die, I heard him whisper. Then I saw the man throw the sack into the river. I climbed down and brought them home. Poor things, they were freezing. They now run free. I named one Happy, the other after you. You may never understand this, but I set you free. This is for you, Alabama. I shall be looking out for you. Be free. Thank you.
magic. Second of all, I have Mr. Gary, your magic, thank you. I like the way you take work and you make it yours. Your ownership is absolutely beautiful.
You make it easy for me. Your words.
Blush, blush. Second of all, I have to declare a personal interest. The young lady whose song is my daughter, Shania. I always tell everybody I teach her how to sing. In that, I sing to her and I say, if you sing nothing like this, you will be brilliant. So she does listen to me, and I think she's getting there. We're gonna go further, but I'd like to introduce you to our mayor again, because one of the things about tonight is that it's a book launch, the Book of Freedom. The Book of Freedom is a collation of words by artists and writers and poets and people who just like saying clever stuff. And this is our first Book of Freedom, and I believe there's going to be more books of freedom. But let me pass you over to Mayor, please.
Thank you, John. Listening to Esther a little while ago, and she was talking about preaching and various things, and it reminded me of a preacher around here who was in Newport Pagnell, and he went and preached in Newport Pagnell. And there was also went to study Stratford, and he used to preach outside the Crown. And the things he said were not very popular with the authorities. So what did they do? They banged him up in Bedford jail. I'm thinking that was the end of this preacher, this meddlesome preacher. But what did the preacher do? He sat down and he wrote the greatest book of freedom there is. And John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress was the first book of freedom written around here. And then a couple of generations later, 100 odd years later, there was a slave boat captain who came to Olney, and he wrote the greatest hymn about freedom in Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace is the song that's sung most around the world, and it is a symbol of hope. And as we move forward in Milton Keynes, and one of the things that's great about the city is that you have lots of different groups, all on their own journey, about providing entertainment, but also messages. Messages of hope, messages of anxiety, messages about their lives. And one of the things that's great as the city moves towards being a European City of Culture in 2023, and we move on that journey, there's lots of things happening. So to have a book like this, with such an evocative title, The Book of Freedom, that is what this city's all about. We all moved here to be free, to do what we want to do, to build new communities, to build lives, whether you're an architect or whether you're working in the brickworks, or whether you came here to work in one of the new companies that moved here. We all came to create a new life, to use our freedom for what we want. So a collection of poems fits right into what Milton Keynes is about, in that aspiration to be a cultural city, to create communities, but most of all, to celebrate life. Because freedom is a journey, and it never stops. And the friends that you meet along the way will be there forever. So thank you for producing this book. It's going to be wonderful to see it on sale. It is a true inspiration to people in Milton Keynes, and thank you, Jan.